Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Three Slips Silly Points. Your favorite slip fielders are back. I think yeah, in our regular positions, given we are all headed to the pink test. Uh, so
And I'm up
Raj,
at regular positions, meaning back on third slip. Raj took me out to
yeah,
gully.
Oh,
Raj
damn,
took me out to gully.
I thought I'll put you on third man.
Boy, huge difference between the IPL auctions ones and this one.
Yeah, fair. You actually watched it. Yeah.
uh,
Watch it.
so
I followed the hell out of it.
let's get into this. It's a long day episode. It's the recap of the first test between India and Australia.
Better late than
Uh,
never.
Absolutely. And yeah, after day one, I did roll the dice that it's going to be Australia, South Africa for WTC finals. but Raj rightly brought me back saying, "Hey, what did?" But you said follow the script writer. So so yeah, let's stick with the same
Mr. Shah
narrative.
got your back, sir. Mr. Shah got your back.
What a game! What a turn of events! And had someone said it after 150 all out in first innings,
Yeah.
we would be talking about an Indian victory. I wouldn't have believed it.
To be honest, I have a controversial opinion on that. I think had that not been 150 and had that have been 250, India lose the game.
No.
Interesting.
But more on that in a little bit, though. Let's do a quick overview of the game, but more on that in a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So by now, I'm sure everybody would have caught up on the scorecard. 150 in the first innings by India, and a great comeback from bowling squad, getting Australia all out for 104. And then comes a huge resilience in terms of that opening 200 plus partnership between Yashasvi Jaiswal and KL Rahul.
You mean the temporary opening stand?
More on that in a minute.
More on that in a minute, yeah.
And then a big score, 160 won by Jaiswal, a long due century from Kohli. Sent out a great target, set a 530 on target for Australia. And from there on, it was not if, but when would Australia wrap up the game. Again, that burst of three quick wickets before the end of day in the Australian second innings meant the next day was essentially just walk in the park. Yeah. Thoughts, boys?
Let's go.
After this, watching Australia's second innings, drop the first 4 people.
Hey, if Randeep, if you're banking for India in the WTC, I would say just stick with the 4 people.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, I take that back. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, planning ahead. Well played. Yeah.
Savage.
I think okay. So first thing is let's talk about the comment that controversial comment that Raj just made. 250. I don't think so. I think what there was a I forgot the commentators. They were saying something like the new guys that are coming in, right? Like your Jaswals and stuff, right? They don't feel these guys. Right? The aggression that's been built, right? Like from previous captain Kohli and what we've seen in the previous 2 tests and what we've come in now, they've understood. Okay, aggression is the way. Yes, obviously, like Jaiswal, made a duck in the first, but I think that's okay. You obviously redeem, but that aggression helped, right? So even if they made 250. Yes, it would have felt nicer because 150 hurt. That actually genuinely hurt. 250 would have been nicer, but I wouldn't have. We've got amazing balls. We've got Bumrah. We've got Boom. We would have still dropped the first 4 like a drop of the hat.
Okay.
But I wouldn't think so. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna probably back Raj on this concept because it would have pushed the whole game a bit out, which means we would not have got that extended duration rather than a short burst, which meant we got the whole of about a
Mm.
decent 20 or 15, 20 overs to
Yeah.
grab that 7 wickets on day one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had
Yeah.
we gone till 250, we would have crossed, we would have given them like few overs. The
Mm.
whole
Maybe we get 2 or
concept
3
of the game,
wickets.
yeah. And then it's a new day, right? We've seen when when Australia lost 3 wickets at the end of
Yeah.
day three in the second innings, they had a longer day in the driving seat. And the good, comfortable conditions that KL and Yashasvi enjoyed in the start of second innings would be a
Second. Yeah.
first innings follow on. Oh yeah, I mean now that when it all makes sense, it all happened
Yeah.
for a reason.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll amend the comment. I won't say India would lose, but I'd say the game would
Yeah.
be a lot closer. Like it wouldn't be a win by
Yeah.
295, and it wouldn't be a
Yeah.
loss by 10 wickets. Like
Like what was it 290 runs? Was it? Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
because hear me out, right? So if India scores 250, right, India
Okay.
bats until well into third session. So now, after tea, India probably gets into like I don't know, 10ish overs, and
Yeah.
last 20 overs you have at Australia, or maybe even last like 10 overs,
Mm.
and you
Yeah.
claim two or three wickets.
Yeah.
But as soon as that second day rolled up, that pitch flattened out. Like you saw,
Mm.
Spark
That's
was
true.
able to bat for
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Correct. And that could have
I
been,
For that, yeah, that little comment, yes, okay, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That,
Because
I think that.
we've always seen Australian batsmen. There's that one tail ender just that annoys the hell out of everyone.
But it
Just that
wasn't
one
even the
tail
tail
ender.
ender, right? It
Yeah,
was literally because the pitch had flattened out so
it was flattened out.
nicely,
Yeah,
and India and where India did amazingly was they
mm,
capitalized on that flat pitch. They
yeah,
they they didn't get out like our wickets were with us until the
mm,
cracks had fully formed. Like when it was
correct,
perfectly time for them to bat is when all
correct.
the demons
Yeah,
were like, in place for us.
uh,
it
And
played out very well. I think, like, first of all, I gotta give to like Jaiswal. We know, like, he's a gun of a
yeah,
batsman, but
oh
I probably want to give it to Rahul a little bit more.
yeah, guaranteed.
He had to really
100%.
fight for it, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
really fight for it. A combination of, his scary leaves. His leave position scares the hell out of me.
What I don't get is
Sorry. No, no, wait. No, no. It's not a leave. It's an air block. It's not a block.
yeah, and that's
uh,
actually what got him out in the first innings. Like even even
Absolutely.
even the
Yeah.
even though people said it was an out, let's assume it wasn't out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
even if it was out, it was because his
Yeah.
bat was there. Like if he's
Controversial.
leaving, just have it up in the air. Like or maybe like hold it in this hand. Like who cares?
Oh my God. But I
Uh,
want to give proper credit, like,
Yeah, yeah,
to Rahul. I think he played very well. He played a decent, like a steady innings in inning one. Innings two obviously got a 50, I think 77 for 176. But um, and the funny thing was, everyone played like Pujara. Everyone just like, I've got time, except for Labuschagne, but we'll talk about him after.
oh,
Labuschagne played
Lavashay.
like
Oh my God.
Pujara to the days.
except
Yeah,
except
but
Pujara
Pujara made
scored runs
runs.
and Labuschagne
Yeah.
forgot that as well.
Yeah, and Labuschagne played with his legs rather than his
Yeah.
bat.
Oh, but to be honest, I
Hats
think
off, yeah.
that man's fighting some crazy mental demons. Just like Rahul. I think Rahul overcame them.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and I mean, good that he did, but it's only a one-off opening slot for him. He's gonna go back down.
Yeah.
Hopefully to
He's
Yeah.
three, but no more.
yeah.
But you go on.
Yeah, I think if he messes up in this next test and doesn't really fight demons, understand that he needs to play his game. Don't really like learn from others, but don't like copy others because they're different caliber, right? Different
We
things,
talk about
different way of
Labuschagne now, right?
Yeah, Labu. Yeah, Labu, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
And he's got a bat. Use his bat. Use his skill. He's a good batsman, right?
yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be let's see how it goes. But
Yeah.
what a game. I think so happy Steve Smith on zero and just so happy. Oh my God.
how great was Kohli's innings? And I think
Oh,
Kohli started to play when the pitch started to deteriorate.
Yeah.
He had a similar to a Pujara sort of that high 40s, low 50s strike rate based game until Nitesh Reddy arrived with a message saying, "No one cares about your century. If you want, score quick or score big, or else we're gonna declare." And then,
Or we're outies.
and then
Yep.
he Kohli upped the game. The fun part was when he actually reached his 100 and he didn't know that he reached,
Yeah,
and he
no
was
one
Yeah,
reaching
he was
out,
no
looking around.
confused.
the umpire was like, I don't know if it's a full ball. It's all up to you.
Like a huge grab, but it didn't make sense because he slid and the ball hit the hand and hit the rope. Like I'm a
Yeah.
little confused where else the ball was gonna go, but good on him.
Wait,
Hats off. Yeah,
another little comment about this ground. It was massive,
it was
and
it's
they
huge.
left a thick grass on it.
Yeah, it's not a little. It's a big comment because
Yeah,
the number of threes that were on offer, um, it the target of 530 plus that India set
Mm.
for Australia is no less than a 600 plus had the
yeah,
outfield
guaranteed.
been really nice, right?
Yeah,
The number
and I feel
every
like
side
Rahul gets a century if the ground had a
100%.
faster outfield.
Yeah,
Travis Head gets a century if the outfield's faster.
Yeah, no, 100%. And even Jaiswal would have inched closer to his double
Oh, a
hundred.
lot closer.
Um,
Yeah,
mm.
but yeah, the outfield was so slow. And I think at the
yeah,
start of the innings, people trusted their shot and just started to stay back. And then soon they realized, now it hits the bat, let's run for our life.
yeah. And the best part for me was even after realizing, especially for Jaiswal and Rahul, like even after they realized that hey, there are no boundaries on offer, they seldomly took the aerial route to like
Mm.
go for high risk
Yeah.
shots. It was only when they were fully sure that hey, we're in control is when they
Yeah,
elevated the ball a little bit.
yeah.
Um, I think
And
Jaiswal,
that's very smart. I think that's very smart, right? Like get your eye in on the ground shots for a very big ground, huge ground. But once they felt this ship was pretty steady, they've got an advantage. Then they went aerial
yeah, yeah. Okay, thoughts on
and Mr. Punt.
Aussie bowling.
Uh, I think day
First
one,
innings, first innings, yeah,
yeah,
First innings.
day one with the pitch. I don't know. I shouldn't say it's just the pitch that offered a lot of assistance. There was also a poor shot or
Mm.
lack of adapting to the conditions by the batsman. Jaiswal, I think, was just sucked into the setup.
yeah,
Yeah,
Pretty much, it was a mix of both bowling stuff up, good bowling, good line and length
good,
bowling,
great
plus a
bowling.
stuff
Yeah,
up
great line
from
of
the
bowling. Yeah.
batters.
but
But
I think that the ball was also rising up from length, like especially the ball
correct.
that Kohli got right was a
Oh
spiky
Mm.
yeah,
ball.
yeah.
But again,
So
he also walked into it, so
it was pure setup by Hazelwood, right? He had him reach, walk out, and then ball this one, assuming it's going to be the same length. So,
The
um, I
first
mean,
innings
Aussies, the line and
was a
length,
bit
they were
slow.
pretty
Yeah,
good at it. They stuck to their line and length. They realized what line was troubling or what length was troubling the batsman, and they capitalized on it very
yeah.
quickly.
yeah.
Um,
Hazelwood did
but
well.
You know,
Yeah,
yeah,
they still did not have an answer for Pant.
yeah,
Uh, it was Pant who got out because of
yeah, in the second
his,
innings, yeah, yeah,
not the player bowler's credit, and the desperate reviews just because it was against Pant made me look. Oh my God, this is not the Aussie squad that used to be.
yeah. I feel like the best part for me, the highlight of the test match,
mm.
was when they were battered into the dirt and they had to go to people like Labu to bowl some overs. They had to go to people like I think Travis had a couple
Travis,
overs.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I
Hey,
that was like the
Labu,
best part for me.
hey, Labu was bowling faster than Michi Marsh, so you should not get.
Labu
You
was
got to
bowling
give a
faster
lot.
than Josh Hazelwood. I couldn't believe it. Like this man,
uh,
he's a part-time spinner and now recently turned a fast bowler, is now
Yeah.
biffing it at 134. How is that possible? Oh, them crazy South African genes.
So probably tell him to drop the bat and bowling, focus on the
No,
bowling
definitely
because
not.
he's not.
He
no,
he
no, no,
literally
no.
he literally pitches the ball by his shoe.
Yeah, It's again, it's more like Umran Malik, where he'll
Mm.
just focus on
Oh,
pace. I don't care what.
can't demean Umar Malik like that, man. Like he's not that bad. He's still like
Hey,
into keep
no,
victory.
I'm giving credit to Labuschagne that he's
Yeah, I
closer
know.
to
You don't
Umran
give him that credit.
Malik.
He's terrible.
But it
Uh,
was a serious pace. When Labu came up, I thought he was gonna
Yep.
bowl spin, and then he runs
yeah.
up and like, all right, I might be high 110s. I'm like, no, high
No, no, no.
120s, and then
No, no, no. Oh,
130.
high 130s.
130s. 130s,
Yeah,
yeah.
And the funniest thing was apparently he'd been bowling like bounces to Pat Cummins in the nets
Yeah, in the
to be
nets.
like,
I saw that.
look, I can do this. I'm a quick boy. But like
Mm.
going to him and having the bowlers all tired out just meant that was, I think, more than the win in the game. That's the bigger win
Yeah.
because it's a long series, and
yeah,
because they made him bowl so much, Hazelwood's already out for the side stream.
yeah.
So
That's
you
right.
know,
I was just about to say, we're tired of it so much. One's out. One is gone.
No, and
but like,
because there's a 9 day gap between the end of first test
Yeah.
and start of second test. It did give a lot more breathing space and recovery time for the bowlers. Or else, game one, Aussie bowlers were tired, and it's not a great look when you're looking at a 5 test series, which is
yeah,
Mm.
gonna last for at least another 35 days.
yeah. The only thing is, I think the first and second test the break's a bit long, so the
Yeah,
recovery is going to be a decent amount. Even though they've said he's out already, I
Yeah.
think Pat
he
Cummins
might be
and
out.
Stark will be more venomous,
Yeah.
given they've had the rest, and especially the pink ball.
Oh
And to
yeah.
be honest, facing Hazelwood and pink ball would have been so much harder. Um, in saying that,
Yeah.
the
The swing.
replacement
Yeah.
coming in, yeah, but the
Yeah.
Yeah.
replacement coming
The
in is
replacement.
something
Yeah.
that Borland's
He's
the guy who
pretty.
got them
Boland's pretty
last
good.
time. He's the guy who got us all out in
Yeah.
the last pink ball. I'm pretty sure. Ugh. But
Cool. Hey,
the you go on.
no, no, good, good, good.
I was just gonna say the other thing is they're all very old. So bowler who's
Hmm.
coming in is gonna be the oldest bowler.
Wow.
So bowling with intensity is already hard
Mm.
for them. And I think
Hmm.
this
Peak
forget the
start and
match
then
itself.
just, yeah.
Forget the match itself, right? But like I think because you know usually people say to win a match, it's the team that takes the 20 wickets will win the game, right?
Yeah.
But I think in this case, in this like series overall, if you look at the series, whoever bats the longest will win the series.
Absolutely.
For
Mm.
itself, yeah, 20
Yeah,
wickets and
fair.
you need 20 wickets to win.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, whoever bats the longest will win. And I think India's had that head start. Now hopefully they keep going and
Yeah.
put that
Cool.
kill.
Um, Talking about the head start, or essentially the win, WTC is now hanging on in a very critical uh, position. So how about we'll get our thinking hats on. We'll go one after the other and do a bit of
Yeah.
predictions
Yep.
on who or how the rest of the tournament, not just this, but across leading into WTC finals, going to go.
Yep. Yep.
Let
Yep. Let's do the
me
math.
bring up. Yeah, we have got a visual tool to do it. We go one after the other. Maybe Randeep will kick off from you. So here is the current
Yeah.
WTC table, and we've got a list of games between now and the ever
Mm.
so a fast approaching finals. So Randeep, you are predictor number one now.
Adelaide. The
At
swinging
the next game
small
at
ground with
Adelaide,
a swinging ball.
And pink
and a
ball.
pink test.
And a pink test. No, I think Australia will win this. I think Australia will
All
win.
right.
Okay. Yeah.
I think
Ooh,
Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
All right, Brizzy.
I think India will
The
win.
next test.
India.
Ooh. MCG.
India's got it.
Ah.
Ooh. Sydney.
Sydney either may go to a draw. Um,
There's no
yeah.
either here. You gotta pick an option.
Damn.
Uh,
So he's already
uh,
got India winning the series.
sorry.
You've already got India winning the series.
Yeah, which is stark different to what I predicted before. Because after seeing that first test, there's much more confidence. Much more confidence. Sydney, I think
SCG
draw. Sydney, I think
draw.
draw. Yeah.
So these tests are
Oh
not
yeah.
relevant in the grand scheme of things. So I'm just gonna
Yeah.
skip them. All right. The New Zealand
New
England
Zealand
series, which is currently in progress, and the first test
It's
is
is
already
headed
already
leaning on
England.
towards
England,
Yeah,
right? So
that's
leaning
pretty
on
it's
simple.
England.
already.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
now
Oh damn,
this
that pushes New
essentially
Zealand down.
knocks out of contention. All right.
Australia's out. Yeah,
Second test, New Zealand England at
Or New Zealand.
Wellington.
New Zealand
All right. Third
Oh,
test at Hamilton between
is
New Zealand and England.
England. I think England.
All
wow.
right. Ooh.
Damn, you
Hmm.
South
knocked New Zealand out.
South
Sorry, Raj.
Africa Sri Lanka series that's currently in flight, and
Yeah,
the first test is headed towards South
yeah,
Africa.
because
Um,
they all got out for 42. Yep.
we gotta talk about it later.
We're gonna talk about that.
Uh,
South Africa for the next one also.
Awesome.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and that puts South Africa on the top of the table. Interesting.
Damn.
South Africa Pakistan series, and this is happening in South Africa. First
Yeah,
test
South
of
Africa.
century.
I think yeah.
Uh-huh. And the second one,
Cape Town.
it's
I
Cape.
think yeah. I think it'll be a clean sweep. I think it'll be a clean sweep by them.
Uh, I think
Oh,
you've basically
69.44. Jeez.
again. This is not relevant for
It's
this
not relevant.
context.
Okay.
This is the
Ooh,
key series that's going to decide Sri Lanka, Australia.
this is happening in Australia. Oh no, this
This
is
is happening in Sri Lanka.
in Sri Lanka. Ooh. Australia wins the first one.
Ooh.
Second one. I think Sri Lanka may win the second one.
All
Oh
right, you've
damn.
got the finalists of South Africa
India.
versus India.
Don't even ask me.
Wow, wow.
That's very interesting.
Again, that's my prediction, but I want to hear where like you guys slightly differ.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, Raj.
All right, Adelaide, let's give it to Australia. Pink ball,
Yeah,
India's not going to win that one. Brisbane, let's go India.
yeah.
Melbourne is a
MC.
draw because it's going to rain.
Don't say it.
Uh,
Don't bring it.
Sydney.
Yeah.
Sydney, potentially India, but that one's a 50-50 for me again. So, you know what? Let's go for a draw.
Ooh, two draws.
Interesting.
One just because of rain. Yeah.
This is a draw. This one's England. What do you
England, and then
reckon?
New Zealand, New Zealand.
Nice.
Oh,
So this one's South Africa.
South Africa.
Uh, South Africa. Okay. The game after that, a
Yeah.
draw. It'll get rained out.
Hmm. South
And then
Africa,
give one
Pakistan.
to South Africa and one to draw.
One. Okay.
Yeah.
These are irrelevant for now. Sri Lanka and Australia.
Give a 1-1.
You,
Damn,
sir,
boys.
have.
Damn,
South
boys.
Africa, New Zealand.
Sorry, boys.
South
Sorry, boys.
Africa and New
Yeah.
Zealand.
It's
Now the
coming
big
back.
question: whom are
New
you
Zealand,
tipping?
sir. New Zealand, New Zealand, New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Nice.
So
All
we
right.
got we
WTC,
So
got.
in
two-time
Raj's,
champions.
So all right, let me go. I'm gonna pink is this Brizzy, and yeah, this one's Australia.
Oh, damn. You give India
ooh,
games also. You know,
Yeah,
you don't think any of them are going to be rained out?
nah.
Ooh, okay,
See,
okay.
oh,
for a game to be rained out, it has to rain on at least 3 consecutive days. These days, test match lasts only 3 days. So even you write off 2 days, it
man's got a
yeah,
point.
that's that's my intention. England for the first
Yep.
test. I'm gonna give it to New Zealand for the next 2 games. South
Interesting.
Africa, South Africa. I'm gonna go South Africa. South Africa there. Irrelevant. My
Oh,
take is it's gonna be a 1-0 in Sri Lanka
Oh, you
versus
think it'll be a
Australia.
draw?
you
You
think it'll be
think
a draw?
Yeah.
you think a shootout in Sri Lanka could be a draw?
Mm. Now that you say that.
Oh, he's given both to Sri
I
Lanka.
give it to Sri Lanka.
Yeah. Hey, with the way after first test, this is my opinion. It may
Yeah,
change after a couple of games.
Okay. All right.
And yeah, so I've got India, South
yeah, and India.
Africa. It's
Oof.
India. At that
I'm
point, it
I'm
is India.
I'm the biggest pessimist in this group for India Australia. Oof, oof, oof.
That was a good one. We'll probably do that at at the end of the
Yeah.
Brisbane test because
Yeah,
we'll now
yeah,
know more information about the games.
yeah.
Mm.
Oh, no, you mean Adelaide.
And after Adelaide,
Ping pong.
Sorry, after yeah.
I think.
No. We want to let's give a couple
Oh,
of games
we're
because
gonna
all
skip
of us
Adelaide because we
we've
all
all
picked the
given
same. Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah,
we wouldn't have a lot of change in the numbers. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we'll
It's not a
do
major
that
difference. Yeah.
in a couple of weeks time again.
yeah. The thing is,
Cool,
I feel
cool.
like if India win the pink ball test, like if India win pink ball, I reckon 5-0.
Ah,
Ain't no way. Ain't no
yeah,
way they're coming back after that. Like pink ball is the pivotal moment for the Aussie team. If Australians win, then it's going to
yeah.
be a close series overall, even after the first test. But if India somehow manage to survive the pink ball, their confidence
Yeah.
What was
levels
the
are going to be
What was the last
gone.
one for pink ball?
36 all out.
36 all
Yeah.
out. Mm.
But also Kohli's highest score in the series was in the pink ball test. That's the
Yeah.
game where Ajinkya Rahane ran him out in the second innings.
Mm.
Uh,
And he had the
okay.
hands up apology like,
Yeah.
don't worry, I'm going to bring the cup home. It's all good.
Oh well, I think
Yeah.
we'll talk a lot more around this pink ball test and all the previews, all the inside knowledge that we, the three pundits
Oh,
sitting here,
sorry.
in one
I
of our upcoming episodes.
I'm going to interrupt you one last time. I know you wrapped everything up beautifully, but I felt like McSweeney was dogged in the second innings.
Oh, 100%.
Like,
Poor guy.
100%.
how can Usman Khwaja let him face the first ball? Like, surely he
Yeah.
had to be like, if he didn't take the initiative, I think the captain should have told him that, hey man, look,
Yeah.
make
Get an
sure you protect
experienced
this
guy.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah. Now I
Jesus.
think
and that
Yeah.
guy.
Khwaja is also going through a bit of a rough patch. He's approaching that retirement age for himself, and he's also coping a whole bunch of hits. So I think rather than a team game, it
But
sort of went into self-preservation mode.
in saying all of that, Khwaja's the highest run scorer. They're not going to drop him. Like, why do this?
Yeah.
And then, sorry, one more thing. And then Cummins coming out as a night watchman. That's also not a thing.
Oh,
I reckon none
He,
of the bowlers wanted to come out, and he actually looked
hmm,
yeah.
pissed when he came in because no one wanted to come out, and he's like, "Oh, goddamn, I'll do the job then. Go on." And that was
yeah.
one of the
But
biggest
Yeah.
gifts they gave us. Because imagine Cummins and Stark on the second day. The 2 hours would have been
Oh,
4
my
hours
God.
because
Yeah.
it would have been so hard to get them out.
yeah, usually Nathan Lyon does the
Yeah.
night
That's
watchman,
right. That's what I thought. Yeah.
and this is where Cummins comes in. He gave away his wicket that opened up Labuschagne, and then boom, gets him straight away.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, Lion should have come. Again, this is in hindsight, like everything's happened and all. I think Lion should have come, um, tap it around, and then if like the last ball gets a wicket, then get next person for the next day. But yeah,
Even the ball that Paddy got out, it was something that he could have just left. I
Yeah.
felt, he just went and poked the ball rather than. And this is the skills, right? Nathan Lyon has done this job for so long. He would have
yeah.
realized, or he knows essentially how to do that.
I reckon he was
Ah.
asked and he said, "Nah, I'm not going out, mate."
Yeah, after seeing those wickets where like two of them dropped very easily. Oh yeah.
And to be honest, that was Bumrah's masterstroke, or Gautam
Oh
Gambhir, whoever took that call,
yeah. Whoever took
retire.
that
Like,
call. Yeah.
because So I was the one who was like, oh man, I don't know why they're hurrying so much. Make them bowl even more. Go into the next day, make them bowl till lunch, and then retire, and then finish this. Right? We'll wrap this up so quickly.
Yeah.
But proven wrong, man.
A more aggressive
happy,
approach. It seems a very
happy
aggressive
to
approach.
improve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know if you guys have heard all the crazy, how crazy the media went about Ponting, Langer, Daniel
Oh
Vittori sort
yeah.
of wrapping up in the middle of test to participate in the IPL auctions.
Yeah.
Uh,
Not
Oh,
just
is it? No.
so I don't think Langer and Ponting were as big of a problem, but Daniel Vittori is their bowling coach. He
Mm.
left the team during a
he left the
match
team for the auction.
Oh
while
my God.
while the team's struggling to get wickets. A bowling coach is away while the team is struggling on the ground. It's all about the
Wow.
Money talks. Money talks. Oh well, all right. I think we're gonna probably wrap up at that point. We're gonna regroup again, do a bit of a debrief or preview of the pink ball
Yeah.
test. Hopefully, not a repeat of last pink ball test.
Yeah.
That hopefully not at 36 anymore. But yeah, like us, follow us, watch our previous episodes, comment, share. Think anything I missed out? No. I think everyone knows what they need to do.
Yeah.
Thanks, folks, for tuning in. We'll see you all again soon. See ya.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye.